Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's morning where I'm at, if you think it is. And if it's the afternoon and you think it's the afternoon, hopefully you had a good one so far. And if it's your evening, or at least that's what they tell you it is, hope you had a good one. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in this floating relativity you are at this moment. I'm Brian. See, you can see it right there. Or, yeah, it's right there. And I'm a poet. And on this channel, we do poetry, and I'm assuming if you're watching me, you like poetry. So, good morning. And poetry. Yeah, we turn poetry into music using artificial intelligence. Yay! So, yeah, what I usually do here is take a couple poets, take some of their poems, put them into this AI called Suno, and we listen to the results because everything here we do is free, fair use, and all that yada yada stuff. And then like and subscribe, although it really doesn't do me any good asking y'all to like and subscribe, but it's because I keep losing subscribers. 450. Poor me. Poor me and subscriber anxiety. Ugh. Oh well. All right, so wrong one. What are we going to do today? We are going to share a screen here, and I'm going to show you which poets I chose. Well, a lot of them are just returning because I was like, okay, let's just do some more from this person here. And I chose a few other ones, one new one, although he's a famous name. So here, we'll go to here, we'll share the window here, and we'll go here. All right, I'm bringing back Oliver Wendell Holmes, a portrait. Then this is a long one. Well, not a long one, but I'm going to do a series here because this poem here by Shelley is 5 sections. So we're going to do Arethusa, part 1 today. And then on Monday we'll do 2 because tomorrow will be the week in review and stuff. This is the new guy, Jack Kerouac. The 211th chorus. And then Edward Thomas. Hopefully this one won't go into the 4-minute mark, but interval. And then another Thoreau, Salmon Brook. So what do you think? How you doing this morning, pals? Thanks for stopping by. And Kathy, as usual, it's early for you, although I appreciate it. So what do you think? Nice selection here, which we will start off with. Critters on the roof. Squirrels. Oh boy. All right, so where am I here? All right, we are going to start off with our Oliver Wendell Holmes one. So just bear with me for a moment. Get to the right folder. Right order. A portrait. This one's 4 minutes long. We have only 2 4-minuters today, and yeah, the second one's 3 minutes and 29 seconds. So hopefully, we got 3 4-minuters. Yes, morning got here way too soon.
Thoughtful in youth, but not austerer in age, calm but not cold, and cheerful though a sage. Too true to flatter and too kind to sneer, and only just when seemingly severe, so gently blending courtesy and art, that wisdom's lips seemed borrowing friendship's heart. Taught by the sorrows that his age had known, in others' trials to forget his own. As hour by hour his lengthened day declined, a sweeter radiance lingered o'er his mind. Cold were the lips that spoke his early praise, and hushed the voices of his morning days. Yet the same accents dwelt on every tongue, and love renewing kept him ever young. Cold were the lips that spoke his early praise, and hushed the voices of his morning days. Yet the same accents dwelt on every tongue, and love renewing kept him ever young.
Now, that was interesting to start out with. What do you think? Kind of the dramatic Josh Groban thing going on there. You can get your butt up there, George. Puppies! Alright, let's go ahead and play the second one here. Or here. Yeah. Where's my manners? Good evening, T. How you doing? I hope you had a good day. And I don't envy you editing. I hate editing. That's why I do mostly lives. And good afternoon, Irish. How's your lunch today? Yes. Let's hope it does cooperate, because if we can help you get through your editing process, that would be great. All right. Now, I'm going to play this and see what's going on with my dog.
Fought for youth, but not austere in age. Calm not cold, and cheerful though a sage, too true to flatter and too kind to sneer, and only just when seemingly severe, so gently blending courtesy and art, that wisdom's lips seem borrowing French Bub's heart, taught by the sorrows that his age had known, in others' trials to forget his own. As hour by hour his lengthened day declined, a sweeter radiance lingered o'er his mind. Cold were the lips that spoke his early praise, and hushed the voices of his morning days. Yet the same accents dwelt on every tongue, and love renewing kept him ever young. Taught by the sorrows that his age had known, and others' trials to forget his own. As hour by hour his lengthened day declined, a sweeter radiance lingered o'er his mind. Cold were the lips that spoke his early praise, and hushed the voices of his morning days. Yet the same accents dwelt on every tongue, and love renewing kept him ever young.
Interesting. We went from Josh Groban to 20 teens country vibe. What do you think? I don't know. I like the second one. Maybe it needs to be more country. The first one, I'm not much into the melodramatic stuff at times. You let me know what you think. And while y'all are mulling that over in the old brain pan, we're going to go to our next one, which is definitely just for what it was. There's, maybe the second one was lacking a solo. Yeah, and it kind of remind me of the way two pretty boy country artists from the 20 teens, and the only reason I know about that is because my ex-wife liked to listen to that stuff, and she drugged me to those concerts. Oh well. All right, this is part one of Arethusa by Piercy Best Shelley. Oh boy.
Arethusa arose from her couch of snows in the across Aronian mountains, from cloud and from crag, with many a jack shepherding her bright fountains. She leapt down the rocks with her rainbow locks, streaming among the streams. Her steps paved with green, the downward ravine which slopes to the western gleams. And gliding and springing, she went ever singing in murmurs as soft as sleep. The earth seemed to love her, and heaven smiled above her as she lingered towards the deep. Arethusa rose from her couch of snows in the across Araunian mountains, from cloud and from crag, with many a jag, shepherding her bright fountains. She leapt down the rocks with her rainbow locks, streaming among the streams. Her steps paved with green, the downward ravine which slopes to the western gleams. And gliding and springing, she went ever singing in murmurs as soft as sleep. The earth seemed to love her, and heaven smiled above her as she lingered towards the deep.
That was definitely interesting. Hey, Joe, how is it going? Nice for you to join us. Let's see here. Taking it in to go get it serviced or purchasing a new one? Actually, that's what I had to do. I had to get a new one. Well, I got it like a little while ago. Thank God I got it because I start school in 1 week. Well, 1 week from tomorrow. Yay. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, what do y'all think of that one? Well, we'll figure it out with the second one, and then, we'll go from there, because this is a longer one that, I don't know. Let's just listen to it.
Arethusa rose from her couch of snows in the across Araunian mountains, from cloud and from crag, with many a jag, shepherding her bright fountains. She leapt down the rocks with her rainbow locks, streaming among the streams. Her steps paved with green, the downward ravine which slopes to the western gleams. And gliding and springing, she went ever singing in murmurs as soft as sleep. The earth seemed to love her, and heaven smiled above her as she lingered towards the deep. western gleams, and gliding and springing, she went ever singing in murmurs as soft as sleep. The earth seemed to love her, and heaven smiled above her as she lingered towards the deep. And gliding and springing, she went ever singing in murmurs as soft as sleep. The earth seemed to love her, and heaven smiled above her as she lingered towards the deep.
It definitely was interesting. I like the second version better. I don't know. I'm also thinking cover the second one with a surf, but yeah. Someone's messaging me really early this morning. Oh boy, I didn't know I was this popular. All right, so you like both. Number one, I'm gonna put a note here. Number one. Remember, some things we still have a majority rules. And then I'll redo number two as a surf. All right. For some reason, Suno's in a country mood this morning, too. Well, it was last night when I put this show together, I guess. Who knows? That's the fun part. All right. This is our second, our Dufu, because the other one yesterday needs to be redone. So I decided to do a shorter Dufu one called A Short Poem Written at the Moment When a Rising River Looked Like a Rolling Ocean. All right, remember, this dude is like in antiquity China. So all right, this.
I was stubborn by nature and addicted to perfect lines. Fought to the death to find words that startle. Now in old age my poems flow out freely the way flowers and birds forget deep sorrow in spring. A new water pavilion has been built for fishing with a rod. I choose to use a bamboo raft instead of a boat. If only my thoughts were guided by poet's talon's eye, we'd travel and together write poems. Oh. Water pavilion has been built for fishing with a rod. I choose to use a bamboo raft instead of a boat. If only my thoughts were guided by poet's talon's eye, we'd travel and together write poems. Oh, a new water pavilion has been built for fishing with a rod. I choose to use a bamboo raft instead of a boat. If only my thoughts were guided by poet's talon's eye, we'd travel and together write poems. We'd travel and together write
was cool. I like that. That was freaking cool as shit. No, I don't know. I'm supposed to not say that, but that was cool. Yes, definitely. A toe tapper on that one. No, usually pizza's the final word on a lot of things, not me. Oh, that was cool. Hey, Haggis. I'm assuming you're back in Canada, safe and sound. That was cool. That's yeah. You definitely going to hear that one again. Maybe we'll have, since Haggis is here, maybe we'll have some other different ones. Yes, that was cool. Hey, Amy, how you doing? All right. I love it. It can only go downhill from here. No, this is the second version of a short poem written at the moment when a rising river looked like a rolling ocean by Dufu.
I was stubborn by nature and addicted to perfect lines. Fought to the death to find words that startle. Now in old age my poems flow out freely the way flowers and birds forget deep sorrow in spring. A new water pavilion has been built for fishing with a rod. I choose to use a bamboo raft instead of a boat. If only my thoughts were guided by poets Tao and Zai. We travel and together write poems. Fishing with a rod. I choose to use a bamboo raft instead of a boat. If only my thoughts were guided by poets Tao and Zai. We travel and together write poems. Pavilion has been built for fishing with a rod. I choose to use a bamboo raft instead of a boat. If only my thoughts were guided by poets Tao and Zai. We travel and together write poems. We travel and together write poems.
Now, the country artist I was trying to remember earlier was Kenny Chesney. This definitely has George Jones plus Kenny Chesney vibes, but the best one of those, number one, JoJo's got it here. What do you think? Yeah, that second one did have the kind of country bluegrass and pop vibe, but yeah, I like the first one a lot better than the second one. Like I said, Suno is in a country mood for some reason. All right. Yesterday, well, the Tuesday that ended up yesterday was like electronic dance music and stuff, and yeah, 2 is definitely whimsical. We love the whimsy here. All right. We are on. We are entering the second half of the show, so I need to remind everybody, although it really doesn't do me good. Well, this might. Everything on this channel is done under the Fair Use Act and in the public domain. And please like and subscribe, because we're down to 450 from an all-time high for a third time of 454. Which record are we going to break? The number of times reaching 454, or who knows? Akila, how you doing? Yeah, the current show you are watching was brought to you by Country Music. I don't know. I was going to say something, but I lost it. So here, other than my usual. All right, we are entering new territory here with another one from someone that I never thought I would probably play on here, Jack Kerouac. It is called Chorus, 211th Chorus. So let's see if the country vibe continues, or we get something else. And this one's 4 minutes long. Ooh. Oh,
The wheel of the quivering meat conception turns in the void, expelling human beings. Pigs, turtles, frogs, insects, nits, mice, lice, lizards, rats, racing horses, poxy, bucolic, pig dicks, horrible, unnameable lice of vultures, murderous, attacking dog armies of Africa, rhinos roaming in the jungle. Vast boars and huge gigantic bull, elephants, rams, eagles, condors, pones and porcupines and pills. All the endless conception of living beings. Yeah. Gnashing everywhere in consciousness throughout the 10 directions of space. Occupying all the corners in and out, from super microscopic no bug to huge galaxy light year whale bull, illuminating the sky of one mind. I wish I was free of that slaving meat wheel and safe in heaven dead.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I wish I was free of that slaving meat wheel and safe in heaven dead.
Oh, I'm gonna have to run that one. Yeah, I know you'd be awake on that one. Go back, replay the first half of the show. It's nice country music, right up your alley. But that one was, you got that right. That was freaking mental. But listen, you go on to the link here, and you can, and this link here, and it goes. This talks about the, because all poetry likes to have some short analysis on it. And it says this chaotic poem presents an inventory of life forms from the smallest to the largest, trapped in an endless cycle of existence. That's exactly that fit that chaotic nature of the angry teenager. The angry teenager vibe on that one. That was freaking great. I liked it too, because I'm gonna run that one. Yeah, we'll see what running that one through 4.5 does, and you guys might hear it again. But oh no, what this makes me scared, because number 2 is 2 minutes and 28 seconds long. So here we go. Wow.
The wheel of the quivering meat conception turns in the void, expelling human beings, pigs, turtles, frogs, insects, nits, mice, lice, lizards, rats, roam, racing horses, poxy, bucolic, pig, ticks, horrible, unnameable lice of vultures, murderous attacking dog armies of Africa, rhinos roaming in the jungle, vast boars and huge gigantic bull, elephants, rams, eagles, condors, pones and porcupines and pills, all the endless conception of living beings, gnashing everywhere in consciousness throughout the 10 directions of space, occupying all the quarters in and out, from super microscopic no bug to huge galaxy light-year bell, illuminating the sky of one mind. Poor! I wish I was free of that slaving meat wheel and safe in heaven dead. Poor, I wish I was free of that slaving meat wheel and safe in heaven dead.
Oh, I love it. Oh man, this has just been a freaking roller coaster ride this morning. Let's see here. Even this guy's brains went too much in the last song. Yeah, that was what his purpose. Yeah, number 1 was better than number 2, but number 2 was still pretty, for bad karaoke, was pretty cool. Hey Miriam, yeah, work meetings get in the way, but you got to do what you got to do. Meetings. You're in my world. Hey Style, I'm having fun this morning. This is a good show this morning because of just the contrast and stuff. Yeah. So, what y'all think of that? That was interesting. And No, on this channel, we like interesting. Definite number one standout. I'm gonna run that one through 4.5 and see what comes up. And you guys will probably hopefully see it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll have time today. Yeah. Definitely tomorrow. Join me tomorrow for the redo and review for the last 2 weeks. You know, because we were busy last week and stuff. And okay, so the next to the last, the penultimate poem for today's show is Interval by Edward Thomas. And this one is also 4 minutes long.
Gone the wild day, a wilder night. Coming makes way for brief twilight, where the firm-soaked road mounts and is lost in the high beech wood. It shines almost. The beaches keep a stormy rest, breathing deep of wind from the west. The wood is black with a misty steam above the cloud pack. Breaks for one gleam, but the woodman's caught by the ivy trees, awakens not to light or breeze. It smokes aloft, unwavering. It hunches soft under storm's wing. It has no care for gleam or gloom. It stays there while I shall roam, die and forget the hill of trees, the gleam, the wet, this roaring peace. The wood is black with a misty steam above the cloud pack. Breaks for one gleam, but the woodman's caught by the ivy trees, awakens not to light or breeze. It smokes aloft, unwavering. It hunches soft under storm's wing. It has no care for gleam or gloom. It stays there while I shall roam, die and forget the hill of trees, the gleam, the wet, this roaring.
Ow! Yeah, this one was cool, and it cut us off at 4 minutes. You know, ex-girlfriend, gonna have to run that one through 4.5 too. How is it going, kiddo? How has your day been? So what are you thinking? Yeah, you down on the Gulf Coast, y'all getting hammered, huh? Again, we could use a little rain, although it rained around here yesterday. It didn't rain here. Because there's some burning. I need some piles of crap I need to burn, and it's a little bit too dry for my tastes to be playing with fire outside. And when I get the motivation to do it, it's not the right conditions. It's just life. Oh boy. So, what do you think of that one? That was cool. All right. We've got the second version of that to go. So here. Oh, this one's only 3 minutes. Interval. Edward Thomas. Yes, Edward Thomas. Interval. Version 2.
Gone the wild day, a wilder night. Coming makes way for brief twilight, where the fur-soaked road mounts and is lost in the high beech wood. It shines almost. The beaches keep a stormy rest, breathing deep of wind from the west. Misty steam above the cloud pack breaks for one gleam, but the woodman's caught by the ivy trees away not to light or breeze. It smokes aloft, unwavering. It hunches soft under storm's wing. It has no care for gleam or gloom. It stays there while I shall roam. Die and forget the hill of trees, the gleam, the wet, this roaring peace.
Yeah, both of them are good. Both of them are good. See, the today's show is. Oh wow, we've got today's show is great for the most part because I liked it. Number one needs to go through 4.5. That was cool unto itself. So yeah, Milwaukee got hammered with severe flooding, which is very unusual. Well, hey, according to some people, we are not fucking with our environment, so who knows? Pardon my language. Where is it here? It's been rain. Okay, no, not raining. Rain for like 2 weeks. Hope it nice on the weekend. Well, during the fall, during the spring, it was like relentless here. It hasn't stopped. Yeah, you were gonna. Oh well, I forgot what I was going to say. It's only an hour and a half from Chicago, which in pre-pandemic terms is equivalent to some people's mornings drive to work. Oh, all right. Tough choice, very tough choices. And then we've got, oh yeah, we're going to have a show tomorrow. I'll tell you. Yeah, we are going to have a good show tomorrow. All right, we are on our final one. Another Henry David Thoreau, which I'm not going to do the thoroughly enjoying. Okay, I had what current? Okay. Cool. Let us know. Yeah. All right. Train of thought just went off the rails. All right. Here, Salmon Brook, Henry David Thoreau, which I'm not going to do the old joke about thoroughly enjoying his work.
La 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 la. Panchuk, Penachuk, yes, sweet waters of my brain. When shall I look or cast the hook in your waves again? Silver eels, wooden creels, these the baits that still allure, and dragonfly that floated by, may they still endure. Silver eels, wooden creels, these the baits that still allure, and dragonfly that floated by, may they still endure.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah, that was freaking cool. You got that big band jazzy feel, little Michael Bublé type freaking vocals going on. Oh yeah, Suno has been full of surprises today. Mm. We'll see here. All right. This is the final track for the day, and then of course I'll play a couple more. But right now we are doing the second version of Salmon Brook, which, according to the analysis, this short and simple poem, is a direct expression of the author's longing to return to a place of tranquility and connection with nature. Well, here we go.
Yes, sweet waters of my brain. When shall I look or cast the hook in your waves again? Silver eels, wooden creels, these the baits that still allure. And dragonfly that floated by, may they still endure. Silver eels, wooden creels, these the baits that still allure. And dragonfly that floated by, may they still endure. Silver eels, wooden creels, these the baits that still allure. And dragonfly that floated by, may they still endure. Selwyn Brook, had a chook. Yes, sweet waters of my brain. When shall I look or cast the hook in your waves again? Silver eels, wooden creels, these the baits that still allure. And dragonfly that floated by, may they still endure.
Oh yeah!
Silver eels, wooden creels, these the baits that still allure. And dragonfly that floated by, may they still endure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, I don't know. That one's tailor made for you guys know how I love bluegrass, okay? And that one's tailor made for the Begging Criers. That's another one that's going to go on the album. I gotta, and I don't have to do anything to it. That's just great. Yeah, number 2 is great. Number 1 was freaking awesome. All right, so we are at the end of this part of the show. Remember, everything we do or have done on this show is under fair use and in the public domain, and pretty freaking cool if you ask me. So please like and subscribe. What do you think? Yes, you are a bit partial to bluegrass. All right, rockabilly. It depends on what kind of rockabilly you're talking about. But nothing ever really has come up as rockabilly around here, so I guess you're good. All right, let's play some more here. Let's get some more blood pumping here with, let me get to the right folder here. Oh, not that one. That one. Come on, let's just do the low Langston Hughes.
Ain't got nobody to share my bed. Ain't got nobody to hold my hand. Truth of the matters, I ain't got no man. Big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. She answered, babe, what must I do? Your money too. He said share your bed and your money too. Big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. He said share your bed and your money too. Hey, yeah. He said share your bed and your money too. Money too.
And remember how music usually begins and ends with me with those four fellas from freaking Birmingham. Now that there are only three left, you know, Ozzy and Tony and Bill and Geezer. But I do love the bluegrass. I grew up listening to basically the same stuff you did. Okay, let's see here. I like this here. This is cool because no one watches this show, so they'll think no one watches my show really, so they'll think you in the broader public are actually serious with each other, and we can all be in on the joke. I like being in on a joke sometimes, just not the joke, of course. Usually. Okay, I have no idea what's going on most of the time. Ooh, dark chocolate. Love dark chocolate. Me either. I don't know, Kia. All right, let's play another one. We're going to play some more music because it's cool. I heard fly buzz.
I heard a fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm. The eyes around had wrung them dry, and breaths were gathering firm for that last onset when the king be witnessed in the room. I willed my keepsake signed away. What portion of me be assignable? And then it was there interposed a fly with blue uncertain stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and then I could not see to see. Portion of me be assignable? And then it was there interposed a fly with blue uncertain stumbling buzz between the light and me. And then the windows failed, and I could not see to see.
Another rockin' one. Arr.
Do not suddenly break the branch or hope to find the white heart over the white well. Glance aside, not for lamps, do not spell old enchantments. Let them sleep. But not too deep. Lift your eyes where the roads dip and where the roads rise. Seek only there where the gray light meets the green.
You were on for 3.5 hours altogether last night. I was like, I passed out at the 2-hour mark. I'm glad I could help, because that's what I like to do, you know? Help. Sometimes. All right, let's change the vibe up. That was the rocking part of the post-show time frame. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's do some bluegrass. Sort of. Cinderella. Sylvia Plath.
The prince leans to the girl in scarlet heels, her green Iceland hair flaring in a fan of silver as the rondo slows now reels begin on tilted violins to span. The whole revolving tall glass palace hall, where guests lie gliding into light like wine. Rose candles flicker on the lilac wall, reflecting in a million flagons shine. And glided couples all in whirling trance follow holiday revel begun long since, until near 12 a strange girl all at once, guilt-stricken, halts, pales, clings to the prince. As amid the hectic music and cocktail talk, she hears the caustic ticking of the clock. Ticking of the clock, it makes no toy instead of forth like. It makes Joseph which friend by fans, and mid our meeting words to sitting all shine. And glided couples all in whirling trance follow holiday revel begun long since, until near 12 the strange girl all at once, guilt-stricken, halts, pales, clings to the prince. Music and cocktail talk, she hears the caustic ticking of the clock.
Really? I'm sad because I've never met a nap I didn't like. Oh yeah, that's why I was kind of up late. Well, the first part of the week was really, really busy. I was doing a lot of stuff, helping people out, and doing stuff, keeping busy. And then I got home yesterday afternoon and passed out. Yeah, I don't blame you. Pulling all-nighters, even inadvertently, suck sometimes. All right, let's play another one. Quit that, Phil. I just bought those. Dogs. Here we go. This is a little longer one. Love, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Love this one.
All thoughts, all passions, all delights, whatever stirs this mortal frame, all are but ministers of love and feed his sacred flame. Oft in my waking dreams do I live o'er again that happy hour, when midway on the mount I lay beside the ruined tower. The moonshine stealing o'er the scene had blended with the lights of eve, and she was there, my hope, my joy, my own dear Genevieve.
She leant against the armored round that statue of the armed knight. She stood and listened to my lay amid the lingering light. Few sorrows hath she of her own, my hope, my joy, my Genevieve. She loves me best whene'er I sing the songs that make her grieve.
I played a soft and doleful air. I sang an old and moving story, an old rude song that suited well that ruin wild and hoary.
She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace,
For well she knew I could not choose but gaze upon her face. I told her of the knight that wore upon his shield a burning brand, and that for 10 long years he wooed the lady of the land.
I told her how he pined, and the deep, the low, the pleading tone
With which I sang another's love, interpreted my own. She listened with a flitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace, and she forgave me that I gazed too fondly on her face.
But when I told the cruel scorn that crazed that bold and lovely knight, and that he crossed the mountain woods, nor rested day nor night,
That sometimes from the savage din, and sometimes from the darksome shade, and sometimes starting up at once in green and sunny glade, there came and looked him in the face an angel beautiful and bright, and that he knew it was a fiend, this miserable night, and that unknowing what he did, he leaped amid a murderous band, safe from outrage worse than death, the lady of the land. And how she wept and clasped his knees, and how she tended him in vain, and ever strove to expiate the scorn that crazed his brain, and that she nursed him in a cave, and how his madness went away when on the yellow forest leaves a dying man he lay. His dying words, but when I reached that tenderest strain of all the ditties, my faltering voice and pausing harp disturb her soul with pity. All impulses of soul and sense had thrilled my guileless Genevieve, the music and the doleful tale, the rich and balmy, and hopes and fears that kindle hope, an undistinguishable throng, in gentle wishes long subdued, subdued and cherished long. She wept with pity and delight, she blushed with love and virgin shame, and like the murmur of a dream, I heard her breathe my name. Her bosom heaved, she stepped aside, as conscious of my look she stepped. Then suddenly with timorous eye she fled to me and wept. She half enclosed me with her arms, she pressed me with a meek embrace, and bending back her head looked up and gazed upon my face. 'Twas partly love and partly fear, and partly 'twas a bashful art then see the swelling of her heart. I calmed her fears and she was calm, and told her love with virgin pride. And so I won my Genevieve, my bright and beauteous bride.
Yeah, that's. I went through 4 versions. I have 4 or 5 versions of that, and this is the best one. I've played a couple, but yeah, there is. I like the bass line in that one. Poor puppies. I know my Bella freaks out when it comes to the storms. George is like, whatever. And Phil's just Phil. Oh, the poor puppies. Yes, poor puppies. All right, let's play another one. Yeah, well, we can go for another 10 or so minutes, 10, 20 minutes. Because I have unlimited content, which is one of the best things about what we do here on this show. And this one's cool. The duo violin solo just brings tears to my eyes.
When midnight mists are creeping and all the land is sleeping, around me tread the mighty dead and slowly pass away. The warriors, saints, and sages from out the vanished ages, with solemn pace and reverent face, appear and pass away. The blaze of noonday splendor, the twilight soft and tender, may charm the eye, yet they shall die and pass away. But here in dreamland center, no spoiler's hand may enter. These visions fair, this radiance rare, shall never pass away. I see the shadows falling, the forms of old recalling. Around me tread the mighty dead and slowly pass away.
Yes, the twin fiddles on that one are. I don't know. Even though it is made by a machine, it's. I guess it understands. I don't know, which is scary. All right, I want to play a particular one since I got you here, Keela. One I made a while back, especially when you were going through your major health issues. Always reminded me of you. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, I know what you're saying. That one it's either here. Yeah, here it is. One of my favorite poets, Wallace Stevens, he has this series called Sunday Mornings. And this one, I don't know, always kind of reminded me of you.
Why should she give her bounty to the dead? What is divinity if it can come only in silent shadows and in dreams? Shall she not find in comforts of the sun, in pungent fruit and bright green wings, or else in any balm or beauty of the earth? Things to be cherished, like the thought of heaven. Divinity must live within herself. Passions of rain, or moods in falling snow, grievings in loneliness or unsubdued, elations when the forest blooms gusty, emotions on wet roads on autumn nights, all pleasures and all pains, remembering the bough of summer and the winter branch. These are the measures destined for her soul. These are the measures destined for her soul.
All right, let's change it up a little bit. Get the blood pumping, get the dancing shoes on.
Here lies a lady of beauty and high degree of chills and fever. She died of fever and chill. The delight of her husband, her aunts, an infant of 3, and of medicals marveling sweetly on
keep it going with a little bit more whimsical.
Drum on your drums, batter on your banjos. Sob on the long, cool, winding saxophone. Go to it, oh Jasmine.
Sling your knuckles on the bottoms of the happy. Tin pans, let your trombones ooze and go hush-a. Hush-a, hush with the slippery sandpaper.
Moan like an autumn wind high in the lonesome treetops. Moan soft like you wanted somebody terrible. Cry like a racing car slipping away from a motorcycle cop. Bang, bang.
Jasmine, bang all together drums.
Traps, banjos, horns, tin cans make two people fight on the top of a stairway and scratch each other's eyes in a clinch, tumbling down the stairs. Kind of rough stuff now, a Mississippi steamboat pushes up the night river with a hoo-hoo-hoo. Lanterns calling to the high soft stars. A red moon rides on the humps of the low river hills. Go to it, oh Jasmine.
Oh, we ain't done yet.
If he could know my songs are all for him, at silver dawn or in the evening glow, would he not smile and think
I'm here most mornings, 6:30 in the morning, even with classes coming up, because they don't start till 9 o'clock. Just in the morning, go through some classes and come back. Yeah, the humidity sucks. It's already 88 right here, which, and with a lot of humidity, and it's probably, it's even worse on the Ghost Coast. And we're supposed to get to the high 90s today. It's all right. Remember what I said last night, Kilo? Y'all nervous and crap before you go on. Then you do your show, and it's like, and then wow, oh yeah, but you are in Hong Kong. Yeah, and then by the time you know it, an hour and 38 minutes is gone by, and you got to figure out what last couple tracks you're going to play. Well, I know what I'm going to play. This is the one everybody likes. You like this one, Nat Master? Here we go. Bookends.
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much, and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each, but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that crate, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each, but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
Let's see here. Hey, Big Chief. How is it going? Nice of you to join us. Oh, no, you get here right when you get here. Just go back and today's show, the first hour was interesting. Let's just say the least. It was pretty freaking cool and frustrating. Yeah, you did a great job. All in a good way. Yeah, I would have slept in too, but old man bladder just doesn't allow it. All right. Oh, let's play some more. Yeah, because, what we have here is unlimited content. And I like this one, part 3 of The Lady of Shalott. Poor Lancelot. He just has...
Shot from a bower eaves, he rode between the barley sheaves. The sun came dazzling through the leaves and flamed upon the brazen greaves of bold Sir Lancelot. A Red Cross Knight forever kneel to a lady in his shield that sparkled on the yellow field beside remote Shalott. Some branch of stars we see hung in the golden galaxy. The bridal bells rang merrily as he rode down from Camelot. And from his blazoned baldric slung a mighty silver bugle hung. And as he rode his armor rung beside remote Shalott. Sunlight glowed on burnished hooves. His warhorse trode from underneath. His helmet flowed, his coal black curls as on he rode, as he rode down from Camelot. From the bank and from the river he flashed into the crystal mirror. Tirra-lira, tirra-lira, sang Sir Lancelot. She left the loom, she made 3 paces through the room. She saw the water flower bloom, she saw the helmet and the plume. She looked down to Camelot, out flew the web and floated wide. The mirror cracked from side to side, the curses come upon me, cried the Lady of Shalott.
Let's just keep on with the dirt, with little blues here. Penitent.
I had a little sorrow, born of a little sin. I found a room all damp with gloom, and short a soul within. And little sorrow weeps, said I, and little sin prayed God to die. And I upon the floor will lie and think how bad I've been. Alas for pious planning it mattered not a whit. As far as gloom went in that room, the lamp might have been lit. My little sorrow would not weep. My little sin would go to sleep. To save my soul, I could not keep my graceless mind on it. Took a book I had and put a ribbon on my hair to please a passing lad. And one thing, there's no getting by. I've been a wicked girl, said I. But if I can't be sorry, why? I might as well be glad.
Oh yeah, I like this one too. I like the dirty, the grindy, dirty, bluesy vibe of it. It just goes so great with the poem. Yes, good luck. Have a good one, Keela. Come back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Which yeah, we're going to do one more, anyways, and because life and stuff. But hey, this has been a great show today. I like these shows. I like it when they're cool. I like it when they seem to just make themselves and stuff. So, the last one we're going to play. If you're driving, keep your foot off the gas. The Unbeliever, Elizabeth Bishop.
He sleeps on the top of a mast with his eyes fast closed. The sails fall away below him like the sheets of his bed, leaving out in the air of the night the sleeper's head. Asleep he was transported there, asleep he curled in a gilded ball on the mast top, or climbed inside a gilded bird, or blindly seated himself astride. I am founded on marble pillars, said a cloud I never moved. See the pillars there in the sea, secure in introspection. He peers at the watery pillars of his reflection. A gull had wings under his and remarked that the air was like marble. He said, up here I tower through the sky, for the marble wings on my tower top fly. But he sleeps on the top of his mast with his eyes closed tight.
Yes, my friends. I appreciate it, as usual. Thanks for stopping by, spending a little bit of your time with me. Yes, it does fly by, but hey, at least we're having fun. You know? And like the ticker says here, have an awesome day and all that jazz. And the like and subscribe. Not that it does me, because we're down to 450 from the all-time high of 454. Which record will we break? Will we break the all-time high, or will we break the all-time numbers at the all-time high? We were at 411 6 times. Oh, I just think YouTube likes having fun at my expense. Oh well, you know how it goes. All right. No, thank you guys. All joking aside, this is awesome. I like doing this. I'm glad y'all like being on this journey with me. Couldn't do it without you guys. TTFN. And yeah. Tomorrow for the Redux and review, hopefully I'll have a good one. In the meantime,